Hey everybody, welcome to Fed. If you've never been here, there's several videos that you can check out. Um, Sorry that I haven't made any videos recently. It's been a long semester. I know I keep making these excuses, but getting engaged and then trying to finish my senior year, plus taking up a full-time job has been really hard. So bear with me. I've had some time this spring break to come up with the different couple video ideas to continue the series that I want to continue on the attributes of God. And I'm ready. I'm ready to do some good stuff. I won't be putting them constantly when it comes to every single day, but I will be spanning them out so that it will give me more time to do more videos. Now, to get started, the next attribute of God that I like to talk about is called the decree of God. The best verse that I found that really kind of explained what this was Romans 8:28, which says, "And we know that all things work together for the good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose." You see, this passage shows us that no matter what we go through, God is always there. God has a plan for our life. See, he knows the past, he knows our present, and he knows our future. There's nothing that you go through that he doesn't already know how he's going to work it out. And there are times in the Bible where God actually told them, "Don't worry about it. I got you." Or he told them what was in a vague dream or prophecy that everything's going to work out. This is how things are going to work out. For example, Joseph. You see, he went through hardship after hardship to get to the place where God could provide for the Egyptians and the Israelites during the famine. You see, he went from home where his brothers didn't really care about him. They actually got really angry at him because, first of all, his parents showed favoritism by giving him a coat of many colors, and then God actually gave him dreams where his brothers were actually gonna bow to him, and it made them angry, so they planned to kill him. Well, but instead they throw him in a pit, and then they sell him off to slavery, and then he goes off to Egypt. He goes off to Egypt and being sold to Potiphar's house, and he ends up actually being set in a high position right next to Potiphar because of the knowledge he knew. And he, but later be thrown into prison again, just because Potiphar's wife wanted him and Joseph didn't want her. Later he told some dreams and was remembered after a couple other people got out of prison, and then he interpreted dreams that was of Pharaoh's. You see, this just shows us that his decree, God's decree to Joseph, was through the dreams that Joseph had. Joshua, every time there was a battle, God was there and handed the enemies to him, even when the enemies banded together to destroy Israel. You see, I've been reading Joshua, and it was amazing to see after Moses died and Joshua took over that battle after battle was given, and God even said so many times, "Don't worry about it, the enemy's yours." See, we need to have that mindset. As long as we stay faithful, as long as we continue to be obedient to God, God will bring us through the toughest situations. You don't think you're going to handle it, but God does not give us more than we can handle. You see, Joshua's decree to him was not to be afraid that the enemies came against them would be beaten, would be handed to them. Daniel was thrown in the lion's den because he decided to go against what the law of the king. But it wasn't the king's fault. It was his subjects that were trying to get him to get Daniel killed. Daniel was in a high position where he could make a difference. You see, God never told him that it was going to be okay. But through his faithfulness to God and the way he was used several times throughout his life, he knew that God would protect him. He didn't need God to tell him, oh, it's going to be all right. Oh, I'm going to shut the lions' mouths. No, God did it because he knew he had faith in him. Samson. Now, Samson was a man who wasn't always faithful. But God, even before his birth, told his parents, I'm going to give him so much strength that even the Philistines won't be able to defeat him. He is going to deliver his people out of this bondage. You see, that was his decree, the strength that he was going to get. What does this tell us? Well, first of all, I believe this tells us that we need to make sure we are faithful, for God is faithful. You might be going through some tough times and might not know your way. But even when you don't understand the path you are on, just make sure you are all that you do, God is in it. God knows all. If he gives you a burden, run with it. It might be scary and take you out of your comfort zone, but he will bless you for it. God will take you to new heights. He will take you through battles that you never knew that you would go through. When the enemy attacks you hard, you know you are on the right path. So just keep pushing and ask God for guidance. Ask God for strength. Ask God for comfort. Because that is what he is there for. Praise him in the hard times. Praise him in the good times. Because we know he is our comforter. We know he's our provider. We know that he is there for us. Sometimes he will tell you your path or encourage you through a whisper, a dream, or someone from the church, or even pastor's message. You just got to understand that God is here. God is great. Take these examples and run with it. Be like the men who were faithful. Be like the women that were faithful. I hope this encouraged one of you today. I hope this gave you a little bit more understanding how God works, because God knows all. So trust him. Trust him that he's going to do everything that will make you stronger, that will make you better than what you are. I hope you all have a